teach money to fly. I turn it up.
It's week 13 of the National Football League, and we'll see the Colts field stretching tight ends. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Colts and the Cowboys on Sunday night primetime.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a seventh season, it's Dak Prescott who brings them out. They start on the ground with Elliott. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The numbers for Zeke from last week. 17 carries, 55 yards, and a touchdown.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt, they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Out to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. They show run with three tight ends here on first down. On the counter, it's Taylor. They'll get this down to the 38. The numbers for him from a week ago. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. Here's Taylor again. And this time he'll score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. And his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Steps away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that Diaz had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Herb Smith Jr. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Colts are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in an Indianapolis touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. He's piloted 2 drives so far, and unfortunately not very well piloted. Both led to interceptions. Now they're facing the deficit. Another touchdown after that previous pick. Starting over here, 1st and 10. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. And Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. Running wide side, Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So the completion good for just 3. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Catch is made. It's Schultz on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Prescott to throw it. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Prescott yet again. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And the Cowboys are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Pollard going to try the right side. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Prescott now. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over the security crowd. Incomplete here. So it's been a long time. They held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
The kick by Maher is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brissett. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Barnett came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
On play action, Brissett. Able to find his man, Woods. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Brissett firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's Pittman, and he holds it in for the Colts touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step toward forcing them to settle for at least 3?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. 21-3 is your score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Here's Brissett. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. To throw, Brissett. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Sliding out of the pocket. Look at end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in it. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Rodgers on the return. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Play fake, Brissett. This pass caught, it's Woods. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
on any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. And he's got his tight end, that's Smith. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. Taylor going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Here's Brissett. They'll run the screen with fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And I think the offense got it back. Yes, they did. At the 2-yard line is where they'll have it. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. They'll go with a keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jacoby Brissett scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Colts have got it on cruise control. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already, they're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 77 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
On 2nd and goal, Brissett. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Elijah Moore, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts are pouring it on. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Pollard to return from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a heck of a return as he goes out of bounds across the 50 inside the 45. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 2nd down, Elliott. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now Prescott. finds his target. It's Schultz. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Throwing. Prescott. Over the middle. Hauled in by Lamb. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are able to at least get one score back. Extra point by Moore. Up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here for what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one to finally knock him on the ground and force him incomplete.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Play action now. Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Brissett. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. To the right side, this is Taylor to the 27-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They go play action with Brissett. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. Final play of the half, Prescott. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Set past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Jacoby Brissett in the offense, ready to begin their next drive. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you, appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
On second and inches, Brissett. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
From the 21, it's second and 10. Now Brissett. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. They'll roll him out right. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
And this is caught. He hits more. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
They'll try again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. Complete to Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. first down carry by Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Prescott down. He finds his man complete. That's Schultz. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 40. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And they'll work this down inside the 30. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Here's Prescott. He's got it to Hilton. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott from the gun. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Grover Stewart drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. The kick by Marr is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So he's been automatic to this point in the season, and he connects on the field goal well.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. Colts taking the field again. Running back Jonathan Taylor at center stage. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. On the move to his left. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass, if not worse.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons able to drop in that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Matt Hawk now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Inside give to Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he'll just get rid of it.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
And this is good. It was running kind of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So his third field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just have...
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We get it.
Back now in Arlington, working with a 2nd and 3. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Now a give to Taylor. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. It's a jet sweep. This is Pittman. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They'll run here with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fields it right around the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On the counter, it's Taylor. Nowhere to go that time. They maybe got a yard up to the 40. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On play action, Brissett. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Matt Hawk now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. This is caught by Hilton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Prescott. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Well, I mean, look, obviously there's no 20 or 30-point play in that playbook, but they can try to end things here on a positive note despite trailing big, and that looks like what they're trying to do here by pushing the ball downfield.
Well, let me go with the heavy cliche then, partner. Just control what you can control right now, and all they can control here is how their final plays develop.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Prescott to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And I know that one didn't work out the way they thought, but I don't think it was a bad time to call this play. You're thinking on 3rd down, you might possibly see some pressure. You might see a blitz. So they tried to set up the screen, but that one was well read, and they stopped them for no gain.
In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Colts coming out now. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Taylor. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough at run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
35 yards that time on the punt, and the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. first down. Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Prescott. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Throwing. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the return, it's Rodgers. 51 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. On the pass, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Wow, 204 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they'll take a knee as the clock runs under a minute to play. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they take a knee. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end, and really no shortage of big plays for us to examine, partner, on offense or...
You see, it's 2 type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. And it's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. report so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it.